Hello, I'm J.W. Prather with IDC Devices, and today I'm going to introduce a prototype that I've got here. Now, the credit for this goes to Dennis Eslock. Dennis come to me and he was telling me what he was describing, what he wanted, and I had done something similar in the past, but never got it the way I wanted it, and he gave me a whole new concept on the design. So the credit for this device, of course, goes to Mr. Eslock. But here's the device itself. Now, like I say, it is a prototype. Now, we'll turn the lights off here shortly, and I'm also going to demonstrate how this device can be used. Now, first of all, we have the unit itself, and it's audible, as well as there's a flashing light. But you also have these lights. This is the IDC Spirit Web. Now, two different light frequencies are in this, and you're going to see those here shortly. But let me move the camera and demonstrate setting this up. So we're going to say this is maybe a doorway. Where we're at right here is a doorway. And what we want to see is if anything's coming or going from this doorway. So these are your door frames, or you could have walls. This could be used on stairwells. This could be used at any place that you think is a point of egress for spirits. If you think that they're moving around there, then that is what this particular device is. Now, for now, I'm just going to, so that it's very visible to the camera, I'm just simply going to attach this right here. Now, we're just going to let that one hang for a second. We're going to start with this one. Now, I'm trying not to get in the camera. And I'm going to get better spools. I'd like to have spools like you use that when you hold the middle, the spool will just come off. Actually, if anybody knows where to get miniature ones of those, like you use for the wiring or for extension cords, stuff like that, you hold it and then it reels off. That's what I'm looking for. But a miniature version. It would just make setup a little quicker. But this is supposed to be a web. What you're trying to do is you're trying to detect any changes in the atmosphere. This will detect static. It will detect EMF. It detects me. Okay. Now, what we would want to do is, like I say, it's long enough to go up and down a stairwell. Okay, so, but in this particular instance, what I'm showing you now is I'm looking for direction. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a quick setup here, and I'm going to run this frequency this direction. And we'll pretend that this is inside of a bedroom. And I'm just wanting to make a web here. Okay. Okay. So I've just made a quick little web there. Now let's say that this side is the hallway side of the investigation. So on this side, we're going to take this light frequency. And these should show up very well on your night vision. They should show up very well on your full spectrum. See, it does take a little bit of time to get this off the reel. So I've got to come up with a better design on the reel. Sorry. You want to try to keep from kinking this if you can. I mean, it's pretty durable, but you can definitely tear it up. Now, these are going to be available if the few limited that I probably make. This is not something I really want to go full time on. This, they will be available in different lengths, I'm sure. And see, if I had the right reels, I wouldn't be fighting what I'm fighting right there. Let's go ahead. I'm going to run this one this direction. Okay. Take this up and around here. And all we want is just a web. Okay. Get that out there. Down around there. And back through here again. Maybe down around this leg. And we'll just hang it right over on that leg. Alright, so she's on right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut the lights. Now, like I say, this would be inside the room and that would be outside the room. You're wanting to see if anything moves through here. And you want to see which direction it goes. So let me see if I can demonstrate what would happen if it come from this way. If I can get enough static going. I don't have anything to really produce EMF right now. But as you can tell, she's lighting, she's dimming. And it's not really pitch black in here, so I'm not sure how good that is showing up. And all I'm doing is waving this out there. Just waving it in the air. So it's just producing only a little bit of static. Not a lot. But just enough that you're being able to see something on the lights themselves. Alright, now if I had EMF, something go off, these will brighten and this red light will come on and it will definitely sound an alarm if EMF is detected, or if a high enough, I've had it with a high enough static. I got some really good static built up earlier and it set off the EMF siren went off, but you already heard it earlier. But this is the Spirit Web. This is just the prototype, but it can be used as stairways, stairwells, hallways, doorways. I could add different light frequencies to it, but that's it. Thanks to Dennis Eslock and his idea, and we just moved forward with what he wanted. So I'm hoping this is what he was wanting. This is just trying to show direction of which way a spirit may be moving. Alright, thank you for watching my video. Alright, well, I redid the grid setup. I didn't like the way it looked on the camera, so I redid it. Now, I'm going to move towards the web, and I'm just going to wave this in there. See, you've just seen the blue come on. I'm trying to keep it from being too sensitive. I don't want it to be so sensitive that everything sets it off. Well, I waved it right down the middle that time. I need to just create me something that will build up the static so I don't have to sit here with a piece of plastic doing that number. I've heard, now, that this works pretty good. I'm going to try it. You know, you just have to keep putting your roll of tape back together. I'm going to go way down here on the bottom. See, I'm way down here. I don't know if you can see me, but I'm on down by the floor. So she is a web. Anything enters that web that changes the polarity in the air, or if EMF is detected, which I don't have anything to set off any EMF, you're going to detect it. So it's definitely not as sensitive. I could probably make it more sensitive, but I really don't want it too sensitive. See, I'm actually standing right in the middle of it. So if something goes through there, it is going to set it off. All right, well, thank you. We'll go ahead and show the EMF one more time. And that's just the EMF that my body's radiating or absorbing from around me. I'm losing it. Okay, turn this off. And I built me a little static generator to help with the testing. So you can see the different responses in the lights themselves. And that's how they work.